Hey guys, it's Nikki Momo here and welcome back to my channel. We are going to be doing a swatch it video, which I'm finally getting around to doing it with this palette. I got this palette around Christmas time and I've been meaning to do a review on it because the first version of this said palette was a really good palette for me to keep. Even though it is from Hot Topic, I still really like to keep it as a collector's item, but I have been using the other one for some time, and now that I am binge watching the show because it's the last season, it's gotten me inspired to grab it and start to do a review on it. And I am wearing it today because I was putting it on while I was watching the show. And today's palette review that you see down below in the title of this video, it is going to be the Supernatural Monster Guide eyeshadow palette. Like I said earlier, I do have the first version of the Supernatural eyeshadow palette and it was really good. I've used it fairly a decent amount on it, as you can see here. I actually noticed at the back here that like the colors right there are really off now. I don't know if it's because it's been moved around a lot or the thing has been in different rays of light. Who knows, but I noticed that like Free Will as a shade back here, it's pink. It's not pink. The shade Bitch is like a brown when it's actually red. And the shade Jerk, it's like a dark purple when it's actually a really nice blue. I don't know what was going on with it. I didn't even notice it. I wonder if it was like that before, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter because I really like this palette nonetheless. So at the front of the Monster Guide eyeshadow palette, instead of a metal plate at the front, it's got a leather patch with the title on it. And instead of all black with the pentagrams, like the first one, it's got monster little designs around it with like the little notes and whatnot. Even though the shadows at the back on the first one were way off, the shadows at the back here are accurate. And there are all the 13 shades you get in this palette. With the quote on the mirror, it says vampires will kill the ones that sparkle for free, and the little plastic sheet that comes with it, and a brush like always. When I first used this palette, I think I used dragons and vampire around Christmas time because it was red and green. The second time around I used this palette, I was using black and red. I felt a little gothy after binge watching the first couple of months of Supernatural in the beginning of this year. And without further ado, let's begin swatching this palette. So the first four swatches are Abandon, Lucifer, Werewolf, and Jinn. There are the first four shades. Lucifer is supposed to be like a white, but obviously it's not good. It didn't even feel good to swatch. It felt very chalky and it wasn't picking up at all on my fingers, so that was a fail. And Jinn is the blue at the bottom here. I really like that shade of blue. Too bad it didn't pick up more than I anticipated. And the next set we have is Phoenix, Ghouls, Skinwalker, and Crowley. So there's the next four shades. I really like Crowley, which is the end here. I wasn't using that today, but I am using the next one after this. Skinwalker is okay. Phoenix is the purple. Really like the Phoenix, except I wish it was darker, but it's a really nice shade for it being swatched on. Ghouls, I'm kind of a little disappointed. It looks like a silvery gray, but the first coat of the gray is just sparkle and it already came off, so there's actually no sparkle in the gray when you're using it. And our last set is Rugaru, Dragons, Vitella, Vampire, and Jefferson Starships. I had to use my thumb because I didn't want to do a swatch for just one eyeshadow. And there are the last 5. Jefferson Starships, this is the last one. I kind of figured it was going to be a fail. Usually the blacks are in these Hot Topic eyeshadow palettes. They don't really pick up as much as, you know, like Kat Von D's or Tarte, if they have any. Dragons is a really good shade. It's the green one right here. I like Dragons. And Vampire, which is the red one down here. It seems to be my favorite. Not the greatest shades, and this is kind of an okay palette. I believe this was a $17 palette in Canadian. For its price, it's not really worth it since a lot of the eyeshadows were kind of a fail, but some do very well on a brush, like with my makeup look today. Even though the red eyeshadow, which is Vampires, didn't show up well on the skin from a swatch, it did pick up really well onto my eyelids. I've used it twice now and it's never failed me. I wish it was a darker red when applied, but you gotta do a few coats to get it to that color instead of just hoping it would be like that with 1 or 2 coats. I plan on trying to use more colors. There are a lot of colors here that I want to use that seem to be a good combination for. But I don't know, I think this is a great palette for beginners. I think the price should be down a little bit more. I don't think it should be worth $17.50 here in Canada, maybe like $13 to $14. But I am going to keep this. It is a great collector's item since I have the original one right here, which I prefer this one more than this one. I really hope they come out with a third palette. That'd be really cool, like the end of the year palette when maybe they pick the best colors or they've already picked newer ones. And that is it for our Swatch It video. If you guys like this Swatch It video of Supernatural Join the Hunt Monster God eyeshadow palette from Hot Topic, please give this video a nice like. And if you want to follow me on my other social media accounts, all the links are down below in the description box as well. And make sure you subscribe to my channel for more themed palette reviews from Hot Topics such as these and other random cosmetic products. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it greatly, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!